Hi students, welcome to Molecular Biology Techniques practical session, polymerase chain reaction. All of you are aware about that the molecular biology techniques, without the polymerase chain reaction, there is no point of learning the molecular biology. In this molecular biology technique, the Kary Mullis in the 1983 invented a photocopying machine. You can see here, this is the machine, the photocopying machine, which is here we are in Masa, we are using the brand Eppendorf, which is a well-known brand for the polymerase chain reaction. What actually this device will do? This is actually a machine where we can make the DNA photocopying, where we call it as a amplification of DNA. Unfortunately, in the last year, just a few months back, Kary Mullis passed away, but still this invention is forever for this Society of the Biological Science. Today, the COVID-19 tests are detecting by RT-PCR, which is invention by the Kary Mullis. Even he passed away, still his inventions are alive. As a biomedical science student or a biotechnology, whatever the biosciences students, we should know about this PCR. Come to the steps involved in the PCR. As I mentioned earlier, now the objective of the practical is to amplify the DNA. Where you can use this amplification technique, you maybe use it for the amplify the bacterial DNA, human DNA. Maybe you are working in the forensic science, you may be working in the molecular diagnosis. Everywhere we need this technique. Here, first to perform this technique, you need to know what is the basic principle involved and steps involved in the PCR. There is basically three steps are involved in the PCR: denaturation, annealing, extension. So where we have a double stranded DNA molecule, when we heat at the temperature of 94 to 96 degrees Celsius, the double stranded DNA becomes a single strand. Now the annealing, the primers, where the forward primer and the reverse primer will be joined here. Further, this temperature will be the 48 degrees Celsius, then followed by where we are maintaining the extension at the 72 degrees Celsius, the third step, where the single DNTP mixture, we have the single nucleotides will be joined one by one according to the complementary strand of the DNA. So, look into the steps involved here. The basic three steps are there. Denaturation, which makes the double stranded DNA into a single strands. Your primers will be annealed, the forward primer and the reverse primer will be joined to the complementary strands of the DNA. Then now we have DNTP mixture. The DNTP mixture will have the ATP, DATP, DTTP, DGTP and DCTP, which are the single nucleotides will be joined complementary to your targeted DNA. Once done, the primer extension will be finished. Now, we look into what are the cocktail mixture required to perform the PCR. Here, this is the PCR tube, which we are using, which is meant for not all the Eppendorf tubes you cannot be used here. You cannot use such tubes. Only the meant for the PCR. These tubes we are going to use. In this tube, we are going to prepare the cocktail mixture. Before going to the cocktail preparation, I will explain you how each and every component is required to perform the PCR. To perform this PCR, first we need the targeted DNA, which is a template DNA, which DNA we are going to be amplified. Either it may be a criminal suspect case, you are taking the DNA from the suspects and the site. If it is a diagnosis of diseases, maybe the viral RNA, where we are getting it from the COVID-19 patients, you collect the DNA of that patient's DNA from which you are collected from the zone. Then maybe I got the organism which I am suspecting that it might have the targeted DNA. So finally, I need a template DNA which is going to be furtherly amplified. Then to this double stranded DNA, I need, first thing is the primer. There should be a two primers I require. One is a forward primer, another one is a reverse primer. These primers are, there is a universal primers are available where maybe match with the complementary DNA. But when we are going for the specific DNA studies, where I am the fellow working in our university on the multi-drug resistance bacteria, where I am targeting the BLATM and CTXN gene, so I need the particular targeted complementary primer. Now, after I got the primer, I required the DNTP mixture, then the Taq DNA polymerase. As I mentioned earlier, this machine will maintain the temperature of 94 degrees Celsius. So normally enzymes cannot be stable at that temperature. This is the specially designed or isolated enzyme, the polymerase enzyme, Taq DNA polymerase, which is called it as a Thermus aquaticus, the organism which is bacteria which is isolated from the hot springs where the polymerase action still remain at the temperature of the 94 to 100 degrees Celsius. So we need the Taq DNA polymerase. Then I required the DNTP mixture where the mixture have DTP, ATP, CTP and the TTP as I mentioned earlier. Then I required what else? The buffer, Mg2 plus ions, which are the major components to be studied are required to perform this technique. Now we move on to the preparation of this cocktail. Here, this is the Jenny kit we are using to perform. As I mentioned just now, I have the Jenny kit with PCR master mix. Then I have sterile water where the cocktail, where I need to prepare the 50 microliter cocktail. Here I require 10x assay buffer 38 microliter, then 10 millimolar DNTP, then followed by forward primer 1 microliter, reverse primer 1 microliter, then the Taq DNA polymerase. Okay, now I am demonstrating you how to take the sample. Here first I am taking the 10x assay buffer. Just I am taking the 10x assay buffer from here. The 10x assay buffer is, I am using 38 microliter of 10x assay buffer. Then I need to take the 5 microliter of DNTP mixture. Here is the PCR master mix where it consists of total mix of the requirement. So I am taking now the PCR master mix. Sometimes when you are using the kits, just look into it, what will happen. Mostly the kit components will be deposited at the top of the tip. If you not know and simply you open it, unfortunately the content is very expensive, it might be dropped down. So before we perform, need to be tap it, otherwise go for the vortex mix to be doing, then only it will be deposited down. Okay, then followed by I need to add the forward primer. Where I need to add the forward primer 1 microliter. Then I need to add the reverse primer. Reverse primer also need to take 1 microliter. Once the reverse primer is done, then we need to add Taq DNA polymerase. The Taq DNA polymerase also need to take 1 microliter. Once the Taq is done, now I need to mark up with 10x assay buffer, which I need to take 38 microliter. I am taking the sterile water 38 microliter. Okay, once we did it, now we might be go to make a vortex mix or the gentle tapping, because sometime what will happen, you need to be close it properly. Once we closed it, where you are adding the forward primer and the reverse primer, they are just 1 microliter. We are not sure, sometime you may be dropped at the walls of the microcentrifuge tube, then the forward primer may not be mixed with your sample. So we need to be make the vortex mix or the gentle tapping, then all the components will be mixed well. Now we are going to perform the PCR. Gently handle this machine, then we need to be open. Then here you can see this is the platform where we can be place the tubes. So here this is the setup where you are placing the tube. It is not a matter, where we can place it in the center. Then gently close it. You can see here this is the platform where the temperature will be maintained. On the top there will be the lid which will be maintained in a fraction of seconds. The temperature will be changed from the 94 degrees to the 58 degrees, 58 degrees to the 70 degrees. It will be happen in the seconds. This is the great invention by the Caribou-Lys, where within this device name itself we call it as a polymerase chain reaction, where the reactions are happening in the cyclic manner. That's why we call it as chain reaction. Gently close it. Once we close, now we will move on to the programming. Here, as I mentioned, here it will have total 6 steps. Basically PCR will have 3 steps: denaturation, annealing and the primer extension. But when we performing the PCR, in the mission, first step we need to be fix it as a initial denaturation, and the final extension will be the 2 steps extra when you are performing it. Now once we open the PCR, then we can see here we can create the name. Either we can create the new name, as we mentioned. Now just we go to the BMS, enter, then we create the new. I am giving the name as a ODL. Okay, then I given the create. Okay, the ODL, the file name I mentioned it as a ODL. Now we go to edit. Based on the kit which we are using, the temperatures will be changed according to their kit preparation. So now I am going to edit. Once I start edit, here the temperatures will be changed. When we are looking into the Jenny, what the temperature the Jenny given, the temperature we need to be followed. Okay. Here basically the temperatures are mentioned in the kit which we have purchased from the particular suppliers. Based on that we can be followed. Now here we are going with initial denaturation at the 90. Actually the PCR have the standard temperature here. It mentioned it as a 94, but the Jenny recommended it as a 95. Then give enter, then go down with this button. Then it need to be maintained the 2 minutes. It's already 2 minutes. Then now we move on to the next. The denaturation 94 degrees Celsius. Yes, it is 94 degrees Celsius, but the time it is supposed to be 30 seconds. Okay, give enter, then move on. The next step is annealing. Annealing need to be maintained at 5 degrees lower than the melting temperature. It's based on the primer which we are using, so we need to be maintaining. Here usually it is from 55 to 58 degrees. I given it as a 58 degrees. Then followed by the time which is 30 seconds. So we need to key in the 30 seconds. Then enter. Now the extension where we are going for the next step is extension. So the extension is mentioned it as a 72 degrees Celsius. Already it is in the 72 degrees Celsius, followed with a 30 seconds. Then we key in the final extension 72 degrees and the 1 minute. Now how many cycles we want to repeat to perform this? Minimum it is expecting is 30. You can give it as a 32 or 35, whatever the number of cycles we can give. You can see here the green color indicating, right, the arrow. It is happening. The primer, the initial denaturation takes at the 95 degrees 2 minutes. After it forward to the second step, which is the denaturation, then the annealing, extension, then the cycle will be come back. So until it finish the 32 cycles, it will be move on this program. Once it is done, it will be go to the last step where it is the final extension 1 minute. Luckily today maybe I need to go for another class, or you are busy with to do the another work. Here we have the last option, end forever with a 4 degrees Celsius. The last step is we can leave it as the reaction will be finished, but within inside of this machine the temperature will be maintained the 4 degrees Celsius forever. Once you come after 2 days, if there is no power fluctuation, still the machine will be maintained the 4 degrees Celsius to keep your DNA to be stable and functional. Then once I did everything, then we move on to the next. At the end, 7th is the end. Now we go back to, otherwise we can continue start button here. Then once you start the run, the program will be load. It will be mentioned, you can see the TSP heated lead. Now the program is running. Remaining running time is 1 hour 2 minutes. Where the start time now, it is maybe the 11 something, 11:10. End time is exactly it is taking 1 hour 2 minutes. After 1 hour 2 minutes of time, once we come back, then we can open the lid which is the equipped here. Then later we take the sample, we further move on to the agrogel electrophoresis. We already finished our PCR polymerase chain reaction from our polymerase chain reaction machine. Now we further move on to run our agarose gel electrophoresis. After amplified the DNA, the targeted DNA, we need to run the agarose gel to visualize the bands of DNA molecule. What is actually a agarose gel electrophoresis? Agrogel electrophoresis is a technique which is able to separate the DNA molecules based on its molecular weight under the electric field. So here I will demonstrate you how to perform the agrogel electrophoresis. Here to perform this technique we need the first is the weighing balance and the board to weigh the weighing board. Here I am preparing 1% of agarose by weighing the 1% of agarose. Here just we need to take 1 to 1.5% of agarose. Once we weighing done, we need to take a fresh beaker. In this fresh beaker we need to add this agarose powder. The agarose, which once you heat it, it will be melt and it will give the polymerization where we allow the molecules to be run through the agrogel electrophoresis. Here I already measured the buffer solution to prepare this agarose. Now we need to stir it by using the glass rod. Stir it well before we are going for the heat this solution. Now I move on to heat the solution by using this hot pot. Here, when we are heat the solution, it should be give the clear picture like this. You can see the difference here. This is the solution before melting, this is the solution after melting. Once the agarose is solidified, now this is ready to transfer into our gel board. How to prepare this gel board? By using the cellophane tape. We need to paste the cellophane tape, then after we need to be checked with distilled water whether it got any leakage or not. Once it is done, now we have a comb, the comb which will give the wells to load the DNA molecule, DNA inside, DNA sample. So now the boat is ready. After this, once it is once it is dissolved, now you need to check the temperature. It should be able to bear in your palm. Okay, now if it is okay, then see I able to hold this. So now I am going to transfer into the board. Before transferring into the board, we need to add ethidium bromide, which is a chelating agent. So here this chelating agent, when you are handling, we need to be very careful. You should be have the glove must, because it is a carcinogen which causes the cancer. The ethidium bromide is a chemical which causes the cancer. So we need to be very careful when we are handling it. Don't make anywhere spill in the laboratory and don't handle it with bare hands. Must wear the glove. Then we need to add just 1 microliter of once it is, we need to be adding. When you are discarding this tip also, we need to be properly discarded. Don't discard it anywhere. Then we stir it well. Now I am going to pour this agarose into the board. It won't fully fill it. You need to be checked where the wells are there. We need to be properly placed it. I hope you can able to see this. Okay, now the gel is done. We leave it for 10 to 15 minutes of time. The gel will be solidified. Then we can remove this comb where the wells are ready. After the 20 to 25 minutes of time, once we prepare the agarose gel, now just we need to be cut the sides where we put the plaster in. Just now we need to be remove it. Then from this end also we cut the cellophane tape. Now you can see once the gel is solidified, after that now I am going to remove the comb, just gently remove the comb. Once we remove the comb, we can see the wells are very clear. Now the wells are ready to load the DNA. The DNA which is already amplified from the polymerase chain reaction is with me. The agarose gel is ready. I need the gel loading die to see physically the gel moving up to the 1/3 of the gel. Then I prepared already the buffer. The buffer I loaded into the agrogel electrophoresis tank. This is called the agrogel electrophoresis tank. This is the power supply. Here it will have the power supply of the positive and negative, where we need to know, because the DNA need to be moved from the negative to the positive. Then now I am going to load 5 microliter of gel loading die. I am going to add this 5 microliter the 5 microliter of gel loading die, where I am going to mix with our DNA sample which is already amplified. Why I am adding this? This is only to know where the DNA is moving physically by our naked eye. If we don't add, it is not easy for us to know how far the DNA was traveled in the gel. So once I added it, now I can see the DNA is ready. Once the DNA is ready, I am going to load the DNA into the wells, where I am going to take 10 microliter of the sample to the each well. If I have 4 number of samples, I can load into the 4 wells with 4 different samples. But we performed a single sample, so I am going to load the DNA into the well. Here gently you need to add the DNA. Some cases you may be use that first maybe the DNA of standard DNA, which may be a ladder we call. The ladder DNA you may be used to compare your samples. But for today we are doing only the targeted DNA, so we no need of any ladder or the marker DNA. Now further we are going to add to the another well the DNA molecules. Just gently enter to the well, then load the DNA. Then the last well, still I have the DNA sample to load in, so I loaded gently into the well. Don't disturb the well, because if you disturb the well, here there is a chances it will be damaged the next well, so the DNA may not be properly distributed when it is run. Why we are adding this gel loading die? If it is a move up to the 1/3 of the position, then we need to stop at the 1/3 position of the gel. Then we need to visualize under the UV light. Now I am placing it at the positive position. Then we are going to place okay. I am going to place the gel into the tank. Once I placed it, need to be make it center. Then I am going to close it properly. Once we close it, we need to switch on the power supply. Once we switch on the power supply, we need to fix the voltage. We need to fix the voltage. Then we need to give the run. Once we give the run, we can see there will be some small bubbles will be at the electrode, which indicates that the tank is working properly. Before we perform the practical also, we can go with normal distilled water to be run the checking of the gel. Now we leave the gel for roughly 30 to 45 minutes of time. The gel will be run and all the molecules will be reach up to the 1/3 of the gel. If you forget to take it out, the DNA will be run away from the gel. So we need to be stop it at 1/3 of the gel once it is reached.